There's a lot to digest and a lot of voices to be heard. Stick to the frequency that amplifies these voices, stories, and reports that make the difference. This is Akojopo News, 88.7 FM, the people's voice.
This is Kunle Amzat Studio, Akojopo 88.7 FM. Welcome to News Around the World.
Good evening. Welcome to the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Akojopo 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmus. First, the headlines. Association of Polytechnic Students launches app to boost student union transparency. Oyo government boasts airport upgrade, hands over operation of vehicle to airspace agency. United States Vice President to lead team in talks with Iran in Pakistan. Pope Leo heads to Africa on ambition tour, urges global leaders help for continents. Real Madrid coach Alvaro Albelo says team's Champions League fight back start against Girona. Now the details. In a bid to ensure transparency and accountability in student union administration, the National Association of Polytechnic Students, NAPS, has launched the Pay Together Campus Pay platform, a digital solution aimed at transforming financial operations across polytechnic campuses in Nigeria. Speaking at the unveiling, the national president of the association, Comrade Oyewumi Festus Ayomide, described the initiative as the beginning of a new era where financial processes within student unions are transparent, traceable, and accountable. Comrade Oyewumi noted that for years, student unionism in many institutions has been plagued by financial ambiguity, mismanagement concerns, and lack of structured systems, while emphasizing that the introduction of the Campus Pay platform is designed to eliminate such challenges by ensuring that all financial transactions, including union dues and levies, are digitally recorded and easily verifiable. According to the national president, the platform represents a shift from outdated practices to a more efficient technology-driven system that promotes trust and credibility in student leadership, urged student union government presidents and campus leaders nationwide to adopt the platform, stressing that the future of student administration lies in digital innovation. The Oyo State government has marked a significant milestone in aviation development as it delivered a fully equipped operational vehicle to the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, signaling a new phase in airport upgrade. During the handover ceremony, the chairman of the Samuel Oladuke Akintola Airport Upgrade Committee, Honorable Bimbo Adekombi, accompanied by its secretary, Mrs. Sheifumi Peace, emphasized that the initiative reflects the commitment of Governor Seyi Makinde to upgrading the Samuel Oladuke Akintola Airport. Honorable Bimbo Adekombi also expressed that the specialized vehicle is fitted with advanced communication tools designed to support critical aviation operations, including interaction with land systems and other essential airport infrastructure.
Because they are the ones that grant access to the airside, and this vehicle will be speaking to the instrument landing system and all critical aviation infrastructure. Like it was said when the vehicle was being received by NAMA, this has never happened before that we know about. So this goes on to show the commitment, and we are still continuing. The airside is delivered, local flights ongoing, and we are committed to delivering the international terminal and for international operations to resume after the conclusion of the construction of the terminal.
In response, the representative of the agency, Mr. Odutayo Olumide, praised the gesture as unique and impactful, noting that the vehicle will significantly enhance operational efficiency in runway management and control tower coordination.
This will enhance our operations, running the runway, the tower, the equipment side, going up and down to make sure everything is intact so that people who are flying, as we know NAMA is for safety, they can be safe while flying.
Mr. Odutaye further noted that the vehicle will play a vital role in enabling the agency to manage airside access and ensure safe and efficient airport activities, a development he described as unprecedented. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, alongside the Registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, Professor Ishaq Oleyede, and other distinguished personalities, will be honored at the grand finale of the 2026 Ibadan Cultural Festival. The announcement was made during a press conference held at Ibadan House, where stakeholders unveiled a lineup of activities designed to celebrate the rich heritage of the ancient city while promoting its economic potential. Agidigbo FM news correspondent Oluwapemi Bamidele was at the event. Here is the report.
The 2026 Ibadan Cultural Festival is being positioned as more than a celebration of tradition, with organizers projecting it as a catalyst for economic growth and cultural preservation. The President General of the Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes, CCII, Chief Sulaiman Ajewale, described the festival as a strategic platform to attract tourists and investors while reinforcing unity among indigenes and residents of the city. Surrounded by members of the planning committee, including chairman of the 2026 Ibadan Cultural Festival Committee, Chief Moshood Akere, Ajewale highlighted the role of the festival in strengthening ties among over 240 affiliate clubs, added that the event also serves as a cultural bridge, introducing younger generations to the traditions and legacies of Ibadan land.
To spread the word that Ibadan town is very rich in culture. When you talk of culture, you talk of language, you talk of wearing of clothes, you talk of food that tribe is. All these are always well showcased during Ibadan Cultural Festival.
Barrister Ajewale said the festival remains rooted in honoring the city's origin as a settlement founded by warriors, with annual showcases dedicated to the stories of its past heroes.
There have been the warlord parade, where you see our warlords who really fought and made Ibadan what it is today. That is the biggest, the largest city in the whole of Africa, south of Sahara.
According to the chairman of the 2026 Ibadan Cultural Festival, Chief Moshood Akere, said the Ibadan Cultural Festival also serves as an avenue for Ibadan indigenes in the diaspora to reconnect with their roots, access ongoing development, and contribute meaningfully to the city's growth. Beyond its cultural significance, the festival is also expected to stimulate economic activities across multiple sectors, including trade, tourism, in the creative industries. Local artisans, food vendors, and small-scale businesses are anticipated to benefit from increased patronage throughout the celebration period. The activities lined up ahead of the grand finale on Saturday, April 18, 2026 at the Lake Consalami Sports Complex at Damasigba include a Juma service, medical outreach with distribution of palliative, Amalade, a church Thanksgiving service, an education and talent arts program. Other events include a youth conference, stage play, beauty pageant, business dinner, and Ibadan conference, and a ceremonial march past.
For the Ibadan Cultural Festival program of 2026. And we believe all will go well. We've started well, and we know by God's grace everything will go well.
The grand finale will also feature a colorful parade of affiliate club, competitive award for outstanding group, and live performances by artists serving as brand ambassadors for the festival. As part of its efforts to honor Ibadan heritage, the Oluyode family will be specifically recognized for its historical role as one of the founding warrior lineage in the city. This year's festival has also attracted increased corporate backing, with a leading financial institution coming on board as the headline sponsor, an indication of growing private sector interest in the cultural and economic potential of the event. The organizers say the expanded scope and rising participation signal a reward drive to position Ibadan not only as a center of cultural excellence but also as a viable destination for tourism and investment in Nigeria. Oluwapemi Bamidele, Agidigbo FM News.
Residents and indigents of Akinyele local government today gathered to welcome Honorable Kazim Aziz, an aspirant for Akinyele Lagelu Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, as he made his declaration of intent. Supporters and community members turned out in large numbers, expressing their excitement and confidence in the aspirant's vision for effective representation and grassroots development. In his address, Honorable Aziz appreciated the people for their support and assured them of his commitment to developing impactful leadership if elected. With great enthusiasm, supporters shows how much confidence they have in Honorable Aziz's mandate. The event highlighted growing political engagement in the area as preparations ahead of the elections continue. The affected residents of the Ibadan Circular Road Corridor, spanning 6 local government areas of Oluyole, Onwara, Egbeda, Lagelu, Akinyele, and Idohas today, organized a national conference and staged a protest today at an event hall in Kukumoda area along Ibadan-Ikire Express Road, Ibadan. Speaking with Akojopo FM News, one of the affected residents expressed frustration over the situation.
Sakula is okay. No more corridor. Sakula is okay. No more corridor. Sakula is okay. No more corridor.
Meanwhile, the majority of residents are urging the government to honor the original acquisition framework of 75 meters on both sides as lawfully established during the administration of His Excellency Senator Rashidi Ladoja in 2006. Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kulai Amza Studio, Agidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Zikrot Fasasi. Secretary General for North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, Mark Rutte, said after our meeting on Wednesday with the United States President Donald Trump that Trump is clearly disappointed with many NATO allies for not supporting the U.S. and Israel's war on Iran. Rutte described the meeting as a frank and open discussion between two good friends, that he understood the president's disappointment, but pointed out to Trump that many European nations are opting other ways, including by providing logistics, overflight basing, and other support. Asked ahead of the meeting was if the United States is still considering withdrawing from NATO, while the White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt responded that Trump would likely discuss the matter with Rutte. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has announced that the United States Vice President J.D. Vance will lead our delegation in talks with Iran and Pakistan beginning on 11th of April. Levitt said during the relatively short briefing at the White House on Wednesday that the primary military goals of Operation Epic Fury, including the destruction of Iran's Navy drone and ballistic missile programs, were achieved. She also added in a briefing for reporters that the ceasefire between the US and Iran has created an opening that could be the start of a long-lasting peace in the region. However, Iranian forces had warned their ships in area earlier that they would be destroyed if they attempt to pass through without permission, which makes Levy to say that what Iran is saying publicly is different privately. And that ends the news from Kule Amza Studio, Agidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Dikrot Fasasi.
Welcome back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat Studio, Agidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Soya. U.S. lawmakers are set to make another push next week to pass a resolution aimed at halting the war with Iran and requiring President Donald Trump to seek congressional approval for any further military action. According to Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, Trump agreed to the ceasefire on Tuesday, less than 2 hours before its deadline for Tehran to reopen the blockaded Strait of Hormuz or face devastating attacks on its civilian infrastructure. Trump's threat that a whole civilization will be destroyed prompted global concern and censure from Democrats, dozens of whom called for Trump's removal from office. Schumer called Trump's statement unhinged and criticized the war for failing to weaken Iran's government or rein in its nuclear program, while global fuel prices have risen. Pope Leo leaves on Monday for a visit to 4 countries in Africa in an ambitious tour to urge global leaders to address the needs of the continent where more than a fifth of the world's Catholics live on his first major overseas trip of 2026. Over 10 days from April 13 to 23, Leo will travel nearly 18,000 kilometers to visit 11 cities and towns in Algeria, Cameroon, Angola, and Equatorial Guinea as part of a wide-range itinerary that includes 18 flights. The Pope is undertaking the visit with the aim of drawing global attention to Africa, according to Cardinal Michael Zeni, a senior Vatican official and close advisor to Pope Leo. And that ends the news from Kuliam Zat Studio, Agidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya.
Welcome back once again. Now in the exciting world of sports, Alvaro Habelo says Real Madrid's Champions League fight back starts against Girona. Real Madrid coach Alvaro Habelo said the team's Champions League fight back against Bayern Munich begins with Friday's La Liga game with Girona, insisting that Wednesday's game starts tomorrow. Madrid were beaten 2-1 by Bayern in their quarter-final first leg at the Bernabeu, but before they can focus on next week's return leg in Munich, they host Girona in La Liga, with Madrid against 7 points behind league leaders Barcelona in the La Liga table. Speaking in a news conference today, Abello said that there would be no suggestion of resting players against Girona and prioritizing the Champions League that tie at the Allianz Arena come next Wednesday. However, Abello confirmed that key players like Jude Bellingham and Eder Militao, who were both introduced as second-half substitutes against Bayern Munich, are fully back as they continue the return to full fitness. The Galacticos will hope to reduce the 7-point lead of Barcelona to 4 points with a win against Girona come 8 p.m. on Friday in the La Liga match day 31 encounter, and hope for Barcelona to drop points at home against Espanyol on Saturday 5:30 p.m. Nigeria time. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. Association of Polytechnic Students launches app to boost student union transparency. Oyo government boasts airport upgrade and over operational vehicle to airspace agency. United States Vice President to lead team in talks with Iran in Pakistan. Pope Leo heads to Africa on ambitious tour, urges global leaders help for continent. Real Madrid coach Alvaro Abello says team's Champions League fight back starts against Girona. And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. One can choose to go back towards safety or forward towards growth. Growth must be chosen again and again. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo, 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmos. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission, OISEC, has called for continuous collaboration.
We bring you reports from Oyo State.
The Oyo State House of Assembly has called for thorough investigation.
Southwest Nigeria and the rest of the world.
Has clarified that the body did not receive any cash support from international development.
Trust us to keep you informed every hour, every day.
Agidigbo